Hello and welcome back to the channel How We Move the Decimal. In today's video I am sorting through and photographing greeting cards that we got at the Goodwill outlet back in February from Bridgeton, Missouri. I published the video in which my husband picked these cards up at. He picked them up and he knew that I had sold some lots of greeting cards before. These were a little more expensive because you do pay per pound, and I want to say I maybe spent $5 on all of them together, where previously the lot of greeting cards that I had gotten at an auction I paid $1 for a end table, one of those hexagon end tables. I paid $1 for a hexagon end table full of greeting cards, and a lot of them sold. I definitely made my money back. I only paid $1 for them. But this, and I'm also going to apologize, it's a little choppy towards the beginning because I did put it on 4x speed and for some reason it's just not rendering the way I want it to. But at the end it is on double speed. So this is on 4x speed and this is an almost 30-minute video. So I want to say I probably took between 2 and 3 hours to sort through and photograph that, which I know time is money, pay yourself per hour, is this worth it, blah blah blah. Yeah. Is it a loss leader? No. Is it a low seller? Yes. Is it a loss leader if I consider my pay per hour? Yes. But you know, that doesn't faze me. I've never had an hourly wage anyway. I'm a contract employee, so I don't get hourly. But I sat down and did it. I like doing it though. Like if this was something I didn't like to do, if I didn't like sorting through that, then I wouldn't do it. It wouldn't be worth my money or my time to do that. But I don't mind doing this. Like I'm going to go through some more slides. I found, I want to say 3 boxes of 35mm slides that I have not been through yet. So I need to go through and do that. I want to point out, in my previous lot, if you've seen videos of that, there's a lot of repeat cards. And I think that both of these individuals, I'm going to say females because I'm sexist, both of these individuals belong to like the same greeting card clubs, because there's lots, like the overlap is almost uncanny considering this came from, you know, St. Louis area, and where I did the estate sale was probably 4 hours away from that area. And really, really similar, like freakishly similar cards. I'm just going to go with they had the same greeting card thing. Or maybe they all shopped at Kmart. I don't know. Kmart was a thing when I was little. My grandmother loved Kmart. We practically lived there. This was also pre-Walmart. And my kids are like, Walmart didn't used to exist. I'm like, no, it didn't. I loved Walmart when it came out. I think I want to say I was in high school when it came out, or junior high, and my mom and I would go at like 2 in the morning and go shopping at Walmart. And it was an event because the closest Walmart was 30 minutes away. Hell, the closest store period was 30 minutes away. So it was an event. Like, hey, you know, it's really early in the morning. What do you want to do? You want to sneak out and go to Walmart? So that was fun. And now my kids are like, you're going to Walmart again? Granted, we live freakishly close to a Walmart now, so that may affect it. But they all, like, the same invitations, everything. I was having a lot of deja vu when I was going through and sorting these out, which I guess was funny, not funny. I also want to point out the obvious. I do have a new microphone. In my last video, I said I was using the computer microphone because my microphone was not working. Well, I bought a new microphone. It's pretty. It lights up. That's great. But I don't think I necessarily needed it because I couldn't get the new microphone to work with my computer either. So I had to go to sound, go to microphones. Then I had to go through and go find drivers, and I had to uninstall and reinstall drivers, and then I had to update drivers, and I had to update Windows, and then I have 2 microphones at work. Will I use both of those microphones together? No. But I do have 2 that work. The I'm recording this on a Monday, and I'm probably going to publish it on the same day because I'm trying so hard. My daughter, who is 11, was telling me how to be a proper YouTuber and what I need to do to make a career out of this and make money out of this. And she's like, you need to make a schedule. You need to have video series, and every Monday's this series, every Wednesday's this series, every Friday's this series, and twice a month you do this, or once a month you do that. So she is way better at this than I am, and she's 11, which also is kind of disturbing because that means like she watches way too much YouTube, I guess. But I'm trying to be a better YouTuber. However, my children are home. We live at the water park. I know, first world problems. And I'm leaving in 5 days to go to camp with no technology. So I cannot record anything. I cannot list anything. I can't even check my eBay store. I can't do any of that because I don't have it. It's not there for me to use. That means I'm going to lose this month as I'm looking at the calendar, and it's really sad. I've listed 5 things. This is the 17th of June, and I've listed 5 things. 5. That's it. Total for the month. And I was trying to list 5 things a day. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 7 days left of this month in which I will be home to list anything. That's it. 7 days. The July's a little more open for me. I think we only have our vacation at the end of the July, and that is only 4 days. So that's not as bad. June was kind of rough. Also, like I said in my past video, we just took our store off vacation. I did put it on vacation. And it wasn't a horrible hit. Granted, it was only 4 days, and I left it open for people to buy while we were gone. And people did. I did sell 2 items while we were gone. Didn't take as big of a hit, so maybe it's not as horrible than like in the past. We've taken 2 weeks at a time. I've taken several days before we leave and several days after we get back. I usually do the before we leave in case a buyer doesn't pay. I don't want to take, I've heard of people, reseller horror stories where people have to go and ship the thing while on vacation, take it with them because the buyer never paid. Also, I know I was going through the Christmas cards. Do people even send Christmas cards anymore? Like, is that a thing? In my adult life, I've never mailed a Christmas card. I have given them out at like work and to my friends like in person. I don't think I've ever mailed one. Also, I think stamps are 68 cents now, so that's a lot. And that might kill the Christmas card industry. Maybe people won't do Christmas cards anymore. I know my husband for work, when he does like employee gifts and stuff, he will put them in Christmas cards. So we usually buy a box of Christmas cards so he can use that to put the gift card in it or whatever. And we've done the same thing. Like if we're going to give cash to somebody for Christmas, we will put it in a Christmas card. And teacher presents. Teachers want Amazon gift cards, folks. Teachers do not want another tumbler. They do not want a cute sign. They do not give them an Amazon gift card. I learned that after I had my 3rd kid. I didn't do any of the cutesy teacher stuff anymore. I just started giving Amazon gift cards to all the teachers at Christmas time and Teacher Appreciation Day. I've never had a bad, hey, I would have really liked that custom tumbler. Never. Nobody said it. No teacher's been like, hey man, I really don't want that Amazon gift card. Also, don't forget the specialists. If you can, the band teachers, the PE teachers, the art teachers, the music teachers, all of those, a lot of times they get left out because they're not classroom teachers. So they don't get as appreciated as much as other teachers do. So don't forget the specialists. But that's usually the only way we use gift cards. We'll use greeting cards. I have like a couple sets of blank cards that I can write thank you notes on, or thinking of you, or happy birthday, or whatever I need to write on. They're blank. It's great. I think one is cats and one is like plants, which kind of is me to a T. But We have that. I don't know where I'm going with this. I totally lost. Again, it's summer, guys. I am like, my brain is fried. It's 102 degrees heat index today. It was 104 yesterday. I'm going to be at camp with no electricity, no air conditioning, and no technology next week. And every single day is going to be above 96. And we are not in like dry 96. We are in the it's so humid you can't breathe, or you could cut the air with a knife 96, which is slightly unpleasant. But after that, that is my last camp out for the summer. My daughter will have more camp outs for camp that I will probably end up having to go on or being available for. But all in all, I think summer camping, I'm done. I don't have to go with my son because I don't have to be a female leader, where with my daughter, I do. I was joking with one of the male leaders that there's 2 token girl leaders or female leaders that are willing to camp. We have to have, for the girls to camp, there has to be a female leader. And if there's too many girls, there has to be 2 female leaders. And in a troop where only 2 of us are willing to camp, and I should probably thank my husband for this because he tortured me for many, many years. Let's see, we have been together 24 years. So he has tortured me for 24 years of camping in a tent. A lot of times with no electricity. When we do have electricity, it's a luxury. So it doesn't faze me as much. And I will say the camp we're going to, I either want to say right before COVID or during COVID, they had a massive bathroom and shower house remodel, which was amazing. It was so nice. It's so nice now. It's singular stalls. It's doors you can shut and lock. It's just great. So I don't mind that as much. I do hate that to get to that bathroom, it's pretty far from where our campsite is. So like if I have to get up and go pee at 3 a.m, I'm going to either have to sprint to that bathroom or use a box. And I'm not joking. It's a box. So I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know. And it's looking like it might rain the first half. So that's not going to be as pleasant either. But where was I going? Oh, again, I have 7 days left. My husband will be home this whole time, so he can do this, but he also is working his job, where this summer I'm not working for the first time in almost 10 years, and I'm still not getting anything done with eBay. And we all know if you feed eBay, it feeds you. And I have so much stuff to list. I was looking at my great room downstairs. I was looking at my garage, and I just kind of want to cry because there's so much stuff in it. And we're saving stuff for a rummage sale that we're going to have at the end of summer. So I'm not even able to get that stuff out of the house. So I'm not even able to push it out of the house to then have more room, because we're like, well, we'll have a rummage sale for it. And at this point, I don't even know if it's worth it, or it's more nice to get it out of the house. The last year, we did not make anything at our rummage sale. The year before, we made about $300. So last year, we didn't do a lot of our eBay inventory. The year before we did clear out a lot of eBay inventory, which I think we will do again this time. But again, we have to hold on to it. We can't just get rid of it. We can't push it out. I also need to go through my closet. My husband needs to go through his closet. My kids continue to grow. Okay, I'll talk about that. Again, it's Monday. I'm posting this on Monday. You're going to hear it probably. I will throw this up because I don't edit anything. Surprise. I will probably throw this up within 30 minutes to an hour after I'm done recording. I'm recording this Monday, early afternoon, Central Time. We had rummage sales this past weekend, and I went to the thrift store this past weekend. And I went to, when I say weekend, I mean Friday. I like to hit rummage sales on Fridays. Saturdays, you can get better buys. They're more willing to negotiate, but you might also miss inventory. So, I went to a school rummage sale. Love that. They filled up half of a gym, a room. but it's my least favorite type of rummage sale. You guys probably already know what I'm going to say before I say it. Donation only. I'm an extrovert. I love talking to people. I get severe anxiety on donation only rummage sales, to the point that a lot of times I will walk away. There'll be things I want to buy. When I see it's donation only, I will just turn around and leave. That is how severe my anxiety is for this. I couldn't do that because I knew some of the people there, so I didn't want to be like, oh, you all suck, bye. But I really, really hate donation only. I usually end up overpaying because I'm worried I'm going to offend somebody. I will not negotiate. Like, it's so bad. And it was to benefit their like extracurricular activities at the school. So then I also feel super bad. I'm like, oh, it's donation only. It's for the kids. But they did thankfully have like suggestions, like clothes $1 to $3, camping less than $5, stuff like that. And I did more of the high range. I thought I paid more than I did. I paid $40 for a pretty large like tote full. They had one of those rope totes that are huge that I've been looking at and I've wanted for a really long time, and they sell for like $30 some at TJ Maxx. I filled that sucker up. I was like, hey, I'll just go ahead and take this. I paid $40 and I came home and looked at it and I counted everything out, including the tote. I paid $1.66 per item. And the kids that were manning the front desk, because again, it's for the children and they were there judging you. When I put the $40 in, they're like, oh my God, thank you. That's the most we've gotten all day. And I'm like, because I have social anxiety. I don't know what to pay. I don't want to be judged that I didn't pay enough. And then I don't want to be like, hey, Mom, they didn't pay enough. Or, little Johnny can't, participate in this after school activity because the one lady undercharged. I spiraled. But my oldest is going into high school and there is a pretty tight dress code, and I was able to, I think I have all of his dress code bottoms, so all of his pants and shorts for the entire year taken care of, and they were nice, like Patagonia, North Face, Vineyard Vines. This is the school isn't necessarily rich, but it is supported by a church, and the church has a lot of money, so the people in the church were donating their items to sell. I picked up myself a couple new shirts because, and you guys can't tell because I'm never on camera, I've lost almost 30 pounds this year, and it's on purpose. It's not because I'm sick or anything. And my clothes are not fitting properly. Granted, I'm a child of the 80s. I love oversized, but an oversized no sleeve blouse doesn't quite go as much as an oversized sweatshirt. So I had to go through and get some more work tops. I just wear jeans for work bottoms, and I've been picking those up as I went along. But I was able to pick up my son. I want to say, and my husband also I picked up some pants for him. I want to say I picked up 3 pairs of pants and 4 shorts for my son. No pants for my husband, but 4 shorts for him. They're like one size apart. It's ridiculous. So that is taken care of, except I'm looking at my kid going, you've grown again. And if you are parents of a middle adolescent boy, so he's 14, I blink and I swear he's grown an inch. And I'm like, you're going to be showing your ankles, buddy, because it's going to be awfully hard. We're having an issue with shoes right now. He is a 13 and his toes are touching the end of his shoes, which means he will be a 13 and a half, which also means I'm going to be ordering his shoes online because most stores stop at 13s. However, I found out, like farm stores tend to go higher. They don't have a huge selection. I can get boots there for him easier, like hiking boots, winter boots, pretty easy. Shoes is a lot more difficult there. They tend not to carry a wide variety of shoes. But like Rural King, Farm and Fleet, stuff like that tend to carry up to 15s. They don't have multiples of all of them, but they have one or two 15s. But again, there's not a lot of people that wear 15s. So if I don't want to buy, have to order online, then I can just try there, I guess, in a pinch. And I'm already worrying about school in August, and it's June, but summer goes fast. I had to pick up my middle daughter all new wardrobe for the summer, and she's in the weird size between children and adults, and it's very difficult at that age to find clothes. But we went to Walmart, filled up our bag, and she's good to go for the summer and beginning of the school year. My little one, I don't know. She's already ruined 2 pairs of pants this summer, so she may have to have new clothes because they're not there. I did go through my youngest's closet. My middle went through her own closet because, bless her heart, she is my clean child. And my oldest, I'm going to put everything in a bag and light it on fire. He needs to go through his clothes. He has so many things in his closet that don't fit him. But instead of giving them to me to get them out of his closet, he puts them on the ground, and then I wash them, and the cycle continues, and they go back into his closet. And then he has to try them on again. It's a waste of everybody's time. It's a waste of his time. It's a waste of my time. So we're just going to have to do a try on. I need you to go through everything in your closet. But my littlest, we upgraded hangers. And those of you that have children might have the issue with hangers there, where she's a 10-12. So being a 10-12, the baby toddler hangers, you can't hang anything on there. So I ended up getting velvet hangers, and they're like velvet youth hangers, and they work amazing. But as I was taking the clothes out to put them on hangers, I noticed that there was 3 garbage bags full of clothes that no longer fit her, that are just in her closet. And it was overwhelming. Her closet was just so stuffed that she was having a hard time pulling things out and picking things. I got rid of half of her closet. And now the clothes are properly spaced out. She can see them. She knows what she wants. So go team, I guess. But now I have 3 bags of clothes that am I going to use them in the rummage sale, or am I just going to donate them? And I'm tempted to just donate them. I don't know. Depends how many clothes we'll get, because we'll have my clothes, my husband's clothes, and maybe my oldest's clothes. But my middle's clothes, if they are in any decent shape, get passed down to her little sister. So I don't sell those clothes. I have not been able to sell clothes after baby clothes. So the rummage sale where I made like $300, I sold all of my son's clothes from infant to, I want to say, like 7/8, because we kept everything until we had the 3rd child to know, is it going to be a boy or a girl? So I had boy clothes, I had girl clothes, and whatever my 3rd was going to be, I was getting rid of the other half. And my friend, who was also pregnant at the time, was super sad because we both ended up having girls, because she wanted me to have a boy so she could have all my girl clothes. But no, I had a girl, so I got rid of all of my boy clothes. I think like 13 tubs of boy clothes that I had kept. And I was swamped. People just swarmed the house. But you're like, but you only made $300. I priced all of my clothes at 25 cents just to get rid of it. Plus, my oldest, bless his heart, has always been 97th percentile in size. He would grow out of things. He came home from the hospital in a 0 to 3 month, not a newborn, outfit. So he's churned clothes. And because he was growing so fast, and ironically, he's my neat one when it comes to clothes, but he lives in a dumpster. So he never got his clothes dirty, never tore his clothes, his clothes were pristine. Where my child that is super clean, doesn't have, her floor is great. She loves to vacuum and get pet hair off the couch and stuff. that child ruining clothes daily. I'm like, oh, that has a hole in it. Oh, that. I don't know how that happened. So I don't have a lot of her clothes, plus her clothes get handed down to her little sister, and then her little sister destroys what's left. Both girls do take a lot of my son's clothes, though, as hand-me-downs. Yesterday, my youngest had a shirt that's been through all three of them. If you know Phineas and the Ferb or Perry the Platypus, she had a Perry the Platypus shirt. But it was very specific from their Marvel crossover, and you guys probably don't care, but it was superhero Perry the Platypus, and she had that on, and I was like, oh, it's been through all three kids. I do believe my oldest had some of my husband's clothes from when he was little that we used, and we did keep those because those are keepsakes. My daughters didn't have any of my clothes because I grew up in a family where your clothes are not really your clothes. Like, I have no siblings. I'm an only child, but I have a lot of younger cousins, and they're all female. So, and I'm the oldest female, and the only cousin older than me is male, and he's 9 years older than me. So there's a big gap. And then there's me, and then every 3 years after me, there is another female cousin. So I would just be like, oh, that's my shirt that, 10 years later, another cousin is wearing. Same with like homecoming dresses and prom dresses and stuff. My clothes were never really my clothes. I knew that they would be going to my cousins and being passed down. And it just happens a lot in bigger families, I guess. And we were all basically only children, which is also kind of weird. So that's the dynamic, I guess. But my mom didn't keep anything. I think she kept like 2 very special outfits that I wouldn't put my kids in because they were extremely fancy. But she didn't keep any of my clothes. I do have toys from when I was a baby. Some of them are terrifying, and I can't believe they let small children play with them, but I do remember playing with them. And I have like artwork and stuff that my dad put in my crib when I was a baby, but I don't have clothes. So I don't have clothes keepsakes. I was gonna say, I think I have more stuff. My mother is going through the stage where get the hell out of my house. You've had your own house for 15 years. Why do I still have your crap in my house? So every time we go to visit her, I swear she's sending 1 or 2 tubs home with us and telling me to sort through this. Here, go through this. I don't want it anymore. The last time I went there, she sent me home with all of my papers I had ever written since preschool through grad school. Did I mention I'm an only child? So she kind of kept everything. So many papers. Like, I'm pretty sure my van was a lowrider when we left her house. But we're coming to the end of the video, but I'll tell you what I do with the papers. I brought all the papers home. I'm not going through them as quickly as I would like to, but Microsoft Lens app on your phone. Just put it on your phone and it photographs all the papers and then turns it into a PDF, and you can save it as like one large file or individual PDFs. And I'm doing all of that and then getting rid of the papers. I do not need to keep high school biology papers. I don't, but it's nice to have a digital copy of them. So I do recommend the Microsoft Lens app. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe, and have a very productive day.